All right, just a little winery walkthrough today. We're just taking a peek at some of the progress that we've done at the main winery facility. Our hops are growing really well. Those are hops, not grapes, but they're loving that space over there. Dad and I got some of our lilacs to bloom. We just missed them, but I love irises and lilacs and all of the greenery even after they bloom. And for some reason, we've decided that the irises just love in between the aspen trees. So if you guys have a weird little aspen stand like this, try planting some of these irises and then they'll just kind of soak up and give you some nice purple color in the spring, summer months. I'm still kind of finishing this little space here, but it's been a fun project. The biggest thing that we've been working really hard on is our estate vineyard. Tiny, little bit unique, but we're having fun with it. As you can see, they've been growing really well. These are actual grapes right here with for wine. We've got one that is kind of a little bit of a unique feature and circular. And moving through, we've got some aspens here to help with that, but as you can see, these are nice and big foliage, big green leaves, and then we are starting to get some of the curly cues, which is what you want. No bud, so bud break, but nothing of aeration or anything like that, and no grapes yet. So continuing on, we've been working on the path here. The chickens really like this tree, hence the dirt. They love to go actually underneath it and play around and do their mud baths down there. So that's part of the reason why that stays a little bit messy. And then we've got the kind of nice back patio that we've been working on. And then just continuing to move upwards. Our bottling trailer is nice and put away. We've got the chickens out today, so they're enjoying the sun. The crabapple tree has been blooming really prettily and is really full this year. Of course, the bears always love this one. We've added some barrel top buffets and some additional seating and just some fun spots. Mama's peonies have been blooming really well, and she's actually just moved those to a little bit better location. Now let's take you guys into the actual winery. As many of you guys know, the barn is our winery, and we are in downtown Truckee. This barn has been here since the 60s, and we moved here in '97 and made it into a working winery. So summer is kind of, a put down time of year when you want just everything sitting and enjoying and staying cool. So the barn stays about 55 degrees, no more than 60. We've got the most barrels we've ever gotten in the building right now, and we actually have quite a bit of wine, so please feel free to buy some. Most of this wine that you see in here is not actually been released yet. So what you want to do when you bottle wine is you want to let it sit for a little bit to store in a cool place so that it ages before you actually let it be sold to public. So we got 2017 Best Man. This will be released around July. And then we have 2019 Rosé, which our wine club members are already enjoying, but that'll be released to the public very shortly. 2017 Maid of Honor has been released with a new label. And then, yeah, just lots more. Very exciting stuff, the case room. This is our production zone with all of our tools and bits and pieces. And then we've got all the barrels stacking right here. So we actually do a lot of barrel fermentation and barrel aging, more than most small wineries. And it's very exciting for us to be able to do that. Truckee is really unique in that we actually don't need any air conditioning in this property. And so we're very excited about that. This is one of my favorites. This is my tank that my dad bought me a couple of years ago. It's an awesome tank. And as we move along, so we've got a pretty big stack here, 5 high of barrels, and then 2 back. And then again over here, 5 high and 2 back. So lots of barrels. I tell you right now, this is the place to be on those summer hot months here in Truckee at about 55 degrees. You feel pretty darn good. These are both fermentator style tanks that we don't use very often, so they're both empty, as well as my chilling tanks for my white wine during fermentation are also empty right now. And we're moving forward with actually making this kind of a white wine room back here with my stainless steel barrels and white wine barrels. I have 6 stainless steel barrels now. Love them. And we're just kind of moving through. I've got Chardonnay right here, 2019 Chardonnay, and then we've got some Best Man and Cab below. These are 70-gallon barrels, so they're bigger, and so are these. So they're bigger than your 55 gallons. So we're getting quite a lot of wine in this back room here. We're excited about that. And some of these flex tanks are gonna get blended and moved around and put more into barrels. Typically we like to put our wine in tanks prior to bottling to blend and let them settle out before we bottle. So that, in a nutshell, is our little winery. And we're gonna let it stay cool for the summer months. We're gonna hang out and hopefully we see you guys soon. Cheers.